Hello everyone. Today I am here with another video about why you should migrate to Linux if you are using a Windows machine, and the Windows OS, as you know, is not easy to set up because you have to pay for many different softwares to keep your Windows machine running. And for example, if you want to keep your Windows running with a good performance and high speed, you need to install an antivirus, and it's not free. If you're using some trial and free versions, they are not that effective and they will not work very well. And today I will show you the Linux and the pre-installed applications under Linux, and what you need, and how you can install if you need something else. And I want to give you the idea that why to use Linux and what's the advantages and disadvantages. Then let's go ahead. As you see, I have a Linux machine here. I'm using a linuxlite, and it's pretty light and it's very beautiful as well, as you see. And I want to show you the applications that are pre-installed on this Linux instance. And if you are just using your computer for word processing, for internet browsing, for sending emails, and these things, and I think if you move to migrate to Linux, you don't need to install anything else because it's coming with the applications that you need on daily basis. Uh, this is the start menu, and you can see here. Uh, Here's some. Let's go to the setting first. I want to show you some appearance settings that you can change, and let me go here to setting. Yes, desktop coloring appearance is some fonts you can use. There's icons, some icons that you can use for, and there's some pre-installed themes which are really fantastic. Let me show you some of them. Yeah, this is the dark one, and impact, dark. Let's go with this dark one. Yeah, pretty cool. And there's some applications pre-installed on this Linux machine. You can take a screenshot. There's some phones, calculator. You can take backup. Archive manager. You don't need to install any archive manager. And this password manager, I installed this password manager, and it's not coming with the Linux machine, with Linux OS. Text editor. For graphic parts, you have the paint, you have photo manager, and as well you have an editor then you can use, and it can be a good alternative for the Photoshop if you're using Photoshop or editing some photos on daily basis. You can use this application, and it's also super fast and it's easy to use. It's same to Photoshop, but uh, it's a Linux distribution application that you cannot find it on Windows machines. Let's see what else we have here. For internet, uh, now we have web browser, Chrome, In most of the Linux distributions you cannot find Chrome, but with linuxlite, the latest version in 2022, you can find the Chrome application. And for Ubuntu, it's always Firefox, which is coming with the pre-installed on the OS machine. You have the mail client. Thunderbird is super easy to use it, and I installed the Telegram and WhatsApp client for myself. And there is another application that I recommend you if you are using a Linux machine. It's a download manager. It's easy to use, and it will it's easy to install these applications. I will put a link below in the description that you can find any application for your Linux machine and install it very easy. For internal part, multimedia, you have the VLC player, which is really nice. If you are doing some video editing like me, if you're recording your screen, also you can install the applications. I will put the link for you. And for the office part, you have some alternatives for a presentation for the Microsoft, for the Excel, and also you have a word processor which is really nice, and you don't need to pay anymore for anyone to use the Office application, Office package. You have all of them pre-installed, and they are working very nice, very well. And this is really similar to the Office, but it's the Linux version and it's free. And you have also for presentation and a PDF reader which is coming pre-installed, and you can use it. And as you see, this OS is very light and very beautiful as well. This is the linuxlite, and let me show you my system. How is the performance of my system with Linux? My computer is not that new version. It's an old computer. It's a Latitude E6230 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and with this Linux machine, Linux OS distribution, I am very happy. The performance is really nice. It's very light, and as well it's very beautiful. You can see the sensors that you have on your computer, and how's the heating of these sensors for your processor, for your cooling system, processor fan. And I really recommend you, if you are interested, you can install a Linux machine and work with that for a while to check how it will be for you. But I really recommend, because it has some advantages, like you don't need to pay for licenses and activation codes. You don't need to install antiviruses, because the Linux OS, the architecture for the Linux is it's based on, all of the configurations are based on text files, and there is you cannot find any executable file, exe files uh, in Linux machine that can cause any issue for your Linux. And it's really nice because all of the viruses are based on exe files. They are executable. And then you don't need antivirus. You don't need to pay. There is a website I will put in the description for you. You can go and install what you want, the softwares that you need for your daily basis. If you are a developer, if you are a video editor, if you are using uh, the your machine for surfing internet, and everything, every application for Windows has an alternative for the Linux as well. Then I really recommend you to, really suggest you to uh, take a look for the Linux machine as well, because it will be a nice experience for you, and I think you will love it, because since I'm using the Linux, I had the Windows machine, Windows operating system installed some years ago in the same machine, but it was not fast as it is now. And I really recommend you to install a Linux distribution and check how it will be for you. It will be a little bit difficult, maybe in the because you are new for some while, but after a while it will be very easy to use and you will enjoy it, because it's really nice. It's very beautiful than Windows. It's super fast and everything is free and open source. Then, if you like this video, please subscribe our channel to get informed for the upcoming videos, and thank you so much for your time.